Wow! That alone, ma'am, should have been your cue to leave. Hey guys, it's your girl Alicia K, Geek XX Chic, and we're back with another reaction to Squid Game. We're now on to episode 4, which is called Stick to the Team. So last episode was fantastic as usual. We had them engage in their second game after returning to the game after having a little bit of a moment, a pause from everything, a reconsideration of whether or not the game was worth it. Most came back, but of course we had a few hiccups happen with the cop, for example, who's managed to infiltrate, but a little clumsily in that infiltration as far as trying to figure out what happened to his brother and obviously what's going on here. We're on episode 4. I feel like we haven't lost anybody as far as our main characters yet, but I just don't see everybody making it to the end, and I would be really disappointed if that stupid guy with the tattoo face is the one who does, but hey, wouldn't be the first time that the bad guy prospers. So I'm ready to get into this episode, but before I do, you know the drill. If you've been here before and you like what you see, please consider hitting that subscribe button. That way you'll be notified when I do more reactions to this show and many others that tend to be like this one. Maybe not Korean, but definitely in the same vein of action, fantasy, adventure, all that good stuff. I love doing that kind of stuff here, so hopefully you will join the fam. All right, that out of the way, guys, let's get into the episode right about now. All right, I forgot this dude had someone helping him. Who are you? This guy's got serious connections.
아니야.
Ah, you're figuring it out. It's so gross. I like the old man. If he survives this, I'll be so happy, but my hopes are not high. Mm-hmm. You're a little disappointed, aren't you, Sungwoo? You little
걱정했습니다. 내가 쉽게 죽을 줄 알았어?
That's right.
괜히 내가 다 찢어지자고 해서.
Right.
아니야. 알고 그런 것도 아닌데.
That's right. You poke him with that guilt. You know better. That pig be getting real full. Oh, no, I'm not about this. I don't need to watch this. I didn't really expect any romances. I don't need any if this is what's gonna be. That's a fat load. Oh, we've upgraded to water now. Look at the branding with the symbols too. There. Ka.
이봐요. 뭐 하는 거예요?
Why is she doing it in English?
같이 좀 먹고 삽시다.
Don't worry, men like him have tiny penises. This is why they act this way. And why he has one tattooed on his face.
음식은 참가자 수만큼 준비했습니다.
그런데 왜 없어? 빨리 내 거 내놔.
두 번 가져갔어요. 내가 봤어요.
Yeah, they saw it too and they didn't do anything about it. Sucks to be you. Make a shiv, come on. This guy's so boring. Well, one player down. What'd y'all expect? Y'all stood by. Why are you looking shocked now?
사람이 죽었어요. 저 사람이 죽었어요.
Yeah, we kill people here every day. Are we supposed to care? Bless your heart. You still don't get it, do you? It's not against the rules, technically. Bless his heart. He still doesn't get it, does he? One down on the ticker. Didn't anticipate that you could actually start killing each other in between games, did you? Right back into the psychological warfare of this game. It's twisted. If I were you guys, I would start sleeping in groups too. Except we saw last episode that not everybody's dead that goes into these boxes, so I'm worried.
상급자가 웃기 전에 먼저 말하지 않는다.
But what about your number? You're number 29. Now where are you gonna go? You don't have his... Okay. I guess he's just gonna switch out the mask whenever he needs to. What exactly are we doing? Are we also have an organ harvesting black ring operation going on right now? I mean, it makes sense. That would be one way to get all that money.
공격이 시작되면 다 같이 뭉쳐서 싸워야 돼.
Oh, now we stick together. Okay.
괜찮겠어? 넌 저 깡패 새끼랑 별로 사이도 안 좋은 것 같던데.
Ian's actually a good guy.
이런 데까지 기어들어온 인간들은 더 못 믿고.
그게 네가 나한테 할 소리냐?
Right? But she's not wrong.
원래 사람은 안 그러면 기댈 데가 없으니까 믿는 거지.
Wisdom. Gion's not as silly as he looks all the time. I see. So he's gonna like help them with their dirty work, and in exchange he gets help through the game.
약한 것들은 미리 숟가 내는 거야. 다 게임의 일부라고. 그래서 우리가 널 지켜줄 수 없어. 살 길을 찾아.
There you go. Bye. This corruption goes all the way to the top, sir. Have you not figured that out yet? No, but how did they get that in an egg? That's not possible. Why does he keep eating the messages? He could literally flush it down the toilet.
뭐 여기서 감이 걸리면 주사라도 놔주시게?
You really don't know what doctors do, huh, sweetie? Bless you, you're a dummy.
내가 너 잡으러 간다.
Oh, so scary. Y'all, his balls are soft like everybody else's.
내가 알아요. 다음 게임이 뭔지.
Do you even know where your next designated location is, Squarehead? Dude, there's nothing but triangles in there. What are you doing? I don't think Copper is like figuring out the patterns here. Ooh. I really like how they set it up so that like everyone in there now understands what the game is, right? Like the other game within the game. Wow. Why strobing the lights? Step back, girl, step back! Step back! Good girl. Come on, hit his hands, hit his hands. You know what to do. Harder, balls. There you go. Like I said, they're soft on everybody. Come on. Damn. This filming is crazy. I like it. I hope the old man has just found a little quiet corner and fallen asleep. Damn, these game masters want to make sure these people cannot go back to their old life. Like literally, the base of humanity right here. Now you realize you need a group, right? That's right, it's a group. Oh, some of these mofos got to die. When I say got to, I mean slowly and painful. Okay, yes! Swing that thing! North and South come together, bitch! Maybe that's what they want? Wow, it took the old man for y'all to figure that out? So are we gonna put them in separate quarters now? Because this is gonna just keep happening, right? The fuck should I know? Right? Like, duh, we have numbers if you don't noticed. Oh, poor grandpa. He's like so traumatized. He's like, I really thought I'd seen everything, but any more dangerous than the ground where everybody else was getting stabbed? I think he had a smart idea, actually.
사장님 이름 알아요. 쌍문동.
I love Ellie. He's gonna die, isn't he?
거기는 이름이 뭐야? 알리. 알리 압둘.
어느 나라에서 왔어?
파키스탄.
She's like, I didn't ask to join this game.
강세별.
새벽? 이름 좋네.
It is a nice name.
이름이 뭡니까?
I don't know. 이름? 내 이름은. Oh no, his cancer's getting worse. I was really hoping there wasn't a doctor. He should bleed out. Should get infected. Rot.
여기서 나가면 우리 병원에서 내가 다시 봐줄게.
Oh honey, you're not going back to a hospital. That's cute.
나 여기서 나갈 거야. 저거 가지고.
Why would you say that in front of a bunch of thugs? You're clearly a dummy.
맞지 오빠?
They're so gross. I can't.
내가 몇 살로 보여요?
49.
Wow! Wow! That alone, ma'am, should have been your cue to leave.
오빠 센스 있네.
Ugh. I might actually lose my lunch. Please stop.
화장실 좀 갔다 와서 생각해볼게.
I'm starting to understand now what her baby daddy must be like, if she even has a baby. No. We don't need this. We don't need this. That's it. Oh, that was really all we needed. The shoes were more than enough. We didn't need to see the rest.
돌팔이 사색할 뿐이지.
Yeah, she's not as dumb as she looks. At least about the game. Her choice in men.
나 속이면 안 돼.
나 못 믿어.
I feel like this is some Fatal Attraction stuff, sir. You think that this girl's just a little clingy, but I feel like she actually will stab you in the neck.
이런 뭐야?
Yeah, none of your business.
알고 싶으니까.
She's like, I need to know what to put on your epitaph.
나 배신하면
Here we go.
죽일 거야.
She's dead serious. But you probably get off on that, don't you, you psycho? Please, oh no, make it end. That was more traumatizing than the deaths. How's your phone still have battery? Who the hell is this person who keeps having a hack attack every night? Give the boy some Robitussin.
모르겠어.
Oh. That's how homie knew you weren't who you said you were.
아니 내가 이거 별 도움도 못 되는데
Oh?
김원이라도
I would say you did pretty good. At least you told the people upstairs that everyone was gonna die. Wow, leaving the blood on the floor too. Oh, now we're into teams. The fact that we already did that. Although this would be a good time to get with the bullies, sad to say. Then they can't kill you. Or maybe they could, I don't know.
힘이 좋아 보이는 놈들로만 모아.
아 예.
Yeah. Oh, right, he knows the game. Indeed.
노인이랑 여자가 있으니까 나머지는 남자들로 뽑아야 돼.
그러다가
Because girls aren't fast? Anyway.
지금 우리 목숨을 베팅하는 거야.
This misogynist can go. Bye, Songwoo. Bye.
이 손 감춰. 약해 보이니까.
I can't. He just seems so sweet. I just want to put him in the softest place. I'm too soft for this old dude. I can't handle it. He's gonna die and I'm gonna be so sad.
제 아내랑 같이 해야 되는데 괜찮으시겠어요?
Yeah, he's like, we don't want girls. And that's why y'all gonna lose. I hope the girls absolutely decimate the men in this game just for Songwoo's sake. Boy Sebok doesn't trust anybody. Oh, I don't think I've seen that chick before.
아니지. 지금 장난하는 거지?
Why are you making a scene?
안 보여?
Ma'am, you look desperate.
내가 미안해. 내가 더 잘할게. 오빠 나 뭐든지 시켜만 줘. 나 다 잘해. 알잖아. 우리가 왜 헤어져?
I can't handle the whiny voices ever. You're gonna get slapped if you keep this up, ma'am. Are we back to our senses now, ma'am?
우리 한민혜 씨 오늘도 게임 잘해보세요.
Does this need to be happening in front of everybody? I mean, she had to know that was gonna happen, right? But I feel like this is a pattern of behavior with her.
뭐냐? 나랑 하자.
To the point?
내가 남자들로만 모으자고 했지.
And she said, kiss my ass.
내가 못하는 거 빼고는 다 잘하거든.
Not this line again. I agree about her joining, but you know what? She's out for revenge and she's pissed right now, which is a secret weapon for many women. I need these girls to seriously wipe the floor with these dudes' asses this game because the misogyny is too much. Platform. I don't like it. I'm not scared of heights so much as falling from them to my death. Yay! Oh. Oh, yay! Except now, yes, you definitely need heavier dudes. Actually, that's not true. That is not true. Because if you do tug of war right and you use your lower center of gravity, women have a better lower center of gravity than men do. So if those girls dig in and really squat, they're not going anywhere. Damn, this platform is so tiny. Dude, you're crying already? You're definitely gonna lose if you're already crying. You kind of want to go first though, right? Because now it's going to be the mental challenge too. Whoever wins is going to have like a mental advantage, and they're going to make everybody else feel scared. They're chained to it? Squat! Squat now! I knew the crier would go first. Oh God. That was sad. The guillotine though. Okay, well then, moving on. Damn, they are not messing around with these games. Was it 8 teams? So they're planning on losing at least 60 people in this game. Whew. I'm like, someone would have survived that actually. They're just gonna put you in that incinerator alive, my guy. Sucks to be you. What was that about? Great. Sausages are not that strong. They bend very easily. Me, shut up. Wow, you're not even looking at your ass, girl. That's why you don't just give up the cookies so quick. Or if you're gonna do it, you need to realize it's a transaction. You talk about, you're not gonna betray me, right? Boy, she didn't even know it. He didn't even know your name. Literal definition of a elevator. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's so true. Thank God this man is here. Thank you. The way Gion's just crawling back up in my respect ranks. Speak faster though. I love this old man so much. Y'all, I'm gonna be devastated when he dies. But I don't think I'm playing any childhood games ever again after this show. Good point. The other dude was crying, didn't I say? See what I mean? Stratus. I love this old man. See what I said? It's all about the legs, baby. And women always beat men when it comes to lower body strength. Period. He's smiling. I love him. And it's true. The first like 30 seconds is where most people have the most like strength. If you can make it past that, they start to get weak. There we go. Old man strategy. Old man strategy. Old man strategy. And the women, biatch. Never forget that. Come on, girls. Don't give up. Come on. Listen to him. It's true. They're going to lose it. Trust me. Exactly. What else do you have? Two. You ended the episode there. I hate you. Oh my God. I'm mad. Damn, the show's good. Well, guys, that was episode 4 of Squid Game called Stick with the Team. And wow, that was more present and evident than ever throughout this entire episode, from having to survive the night of terrors to, of course, the game that they were put into. I'm going to try to talk a little bit less. I've been talking so much about this show already and the episodes are so long, so I'm going to try to keep the commentary a little more condensed here, guys. So for those who've been listening through all of it, I appreciate it, but I know it's a lot. Looking at the whole food situation, you know, I keep mentioning the mind games within the game and how this really is all about mind games. This is the first time we've really seen the game within the game. And the whole situation where with the food, purposefully making sure there was exactly enough food measured out for the people that were there. Not a morsel more, not a morsel less. And not stopping the people who they inevitably knew there was going to be some thugs, some people who were just not going to be rule followers who would do something, right? They purposely, like, 1 egg and water, like, that's not enough to eat, right? It's not for most people, especially when they've got challenges that typically require them to be very physically assertive. So they knew that that someone was going to be like, this is enough food, and either try to steal food from somebody else directly, or as we saw, just cut in the line and take more because no one was stopping them, right? No rules are being enforced here except for the 3 game rules. Outside of that, there are no rules. Right? They didn't say you couldn't hurt each other. They didn't say you couldn't kill each other. And so that was the test that was done by the players, what's his name now? Dongsu? Deoksu. He's the one who really kind of challenged that and figured that out for the group when he, first of all, stole the food that was for the other people, and then secondly, killed someone, and then waited to see if there would be any consequences. And when they saw that, nope, they just showed up with the box, put the body in the box, and moved away. It's like, oh, the understanding went through everybody that killing people outside of the game was not against the rules. And again, it was not in the rules. So again, just I love how smart this screenplay is with the whole play on the rules and the conciseness of it, yet the gray areas that are both like mixed in between. Because again, people would just assume on a moral level, you don't kill somebody else, even though this entire game has been killing people indiscriminately. Here, it's like, it just morally, people just assumed you can't kill each other as players. And then Deoksu just did it. And they were like, okay, there's no consequences. So we're going to keep doing it. And how everyone knew right away that, okay, when the lights are out, which is interesting that they decided that lights out was the time to do it. Again, it kind of goes into that moral consciousness of why not just kill people in broad daylight? Why didn't they just go after people? But wanting to do it in the dark is another moral thing, right? Because they know they're doing something wrong. They know they're doing something cowardly, and they want to do it under the cover of darkness instead of doing it outright in people's faces. Although I think in Deoksu's case, he probably would have killed them in broad daylight anyway. I just think that's such a fascinating, again, study of psychology and the groupthink, and one could say how society works. It's just how everyone's kind of moving into where they would be in a particular society if there really wasn't an overarching rule or an overarching government in place to kind of keep certain codes in place. And the game master knew that, right? He knew that that was part of the game. He wanted to see who would actually fall into that, and he knew they would. But I love that we saw that our core group, you know, with Sungwoo and Gion and our old man and Ali and Sebyol, I think. I'm sorry if I forgot her name. Despite the fact that they are all willing to do despicable things, they're not despicable people, if that makes sense. To me, the people who have a generally or genuinely good heart are kind of gravitating towards each other. And they decided, like, yes, let's stick together, because if stuff goes down, we're going to do way better as a group than we're going to do alone. And that's exactly what ended up happening. And once again, Ali, my sweet little boy, came through swinging that giant baton like, I'm going to knock all you guys out. Like, listen, he's been through some stuff, all right? Y'all don't know what Ali's been through. I just love his character. He's just so sweet, pumpkin pie. That's why I know he's not going to make it. Yeah, I love that we just kind of saw that this group is gravitating towards each other, not just because of circumstance, but they really do seem to have a similar thinking and mindset. I like that they're kind of showing that division, kind of pulling more and more apart, those polar opposites as the games go on, and how people are kind of finding their place in the game because of it. We had a few other side things happen. I really don't want to talk about the bathroom scene. That was so revolting for so many reasons. It was good imagery to let us know as an audience kind of where these people are at. Like, these are not upstanding members of society. These are not people that even have particularly a lot of self-respect. And I think that scene really just epitomized the kind of people that they are at their core. Just very hedonistic, very selfish, just no cares whatsoever for anything. On to the game. The game, once again, I think brought out some more very interesting issues, particularly in the team building. They're like, we don't know what kind of group this, or kind of a competition this is, but we know that it's a group thing. We know that they want groups of 10. So we think it has to be something to do with strength, most likely. And we see that, unfortunately, Sungwoo is just, playing into the very common thinking there is worldwide. But Asian countries are still, I think, catching up on the whole misogyny and sexism thing. Him basically saying, we need men. Like, we already have an old man. We have a woman that's already too weak. We need more men. We need men because women are weak. They're not going to help us. And it's like, dude, excuse you? Don't even get me started. I'm not going to get into a big feminism tirade here, but I'm just saying that, like, it's really disturbing and really annoying that men don't understand that women are, first of all, they can be very strong. And second of all, they have more to offer to the table sometimes. Maybe it's not always about brute strength. Sometimes it's about strategy. It's about different types of strength. It's just so annoying to hear them do their normal rhetoric, oh, well, women are useless, when it's like, no, like, there's men and women in this game. And yeah, Sebyol, she's done how much already? Like, she's gathered intel, she's crawled into ducks, she survived North Korea. Like, she's probably stronger than every guy in there in some way, shape, or form. That aside, we get into it, and I absolutely love that moment with our old man, our Ajushi, talking about how, like, guys, we don't have to act like this is over already just because the other group is all dudes. Like, we have other strengths. We need to play and use our heads and not so much our bodies in this situation. And so I loved him talking through the strategy, how he said, like, because you look at the old man, like, even though, yes, he's old, you can see he's actually already a very small, like, he wasn't a huge Hulk in his day either. He would have always probably had to struggle or work a little bit harder even when he was younger. So when you're someone who doesn't have brute strength, you've got to start using your head. And that's exactly what he did. And I love that they had the strategy. And it was working initially. Like, he actually did get into the head of the other team. But of course, it wasn't perfect. And I mean, it'd be no fun if they just won easily, right? So, but then of course, we saw that that cliffhanger of an ending where Sungwoo was like, let's go forward 3 steps and then go. And I know it sounds crazy, but I understand what he's saying. Like, the other team was pulling so hard that if you suddenly resist, like when you've got a force, right? You've got 2 opposing forces right now. These guys are pulling as hard as they can. You're pulling as hard as they can. If one team suddenly goes slack, you saw what happened to the team before when the other team got cut off, right? They all fell back. So taking 3 controlled steps, knowing that you're going to stop, is enough to throw off the other team's balance. And once they're down, that's when they're going to have to haul ass and pull backwards, because by the time they try to get themselves back up, it'll be too late. Outside of that, of course, we had a little bit on the cop still maneuvering through. We see he's got himself a square mask. He's got a square mask on him now. I'm just wondering where he's keeping this mask first and foremost. And it seems like number 28 and the old number 29 were communicating. As we found out now, the coughing every night, I thought was like, dude, how is this dude only having a hack attack at night? But it turns out it's Morse code, super smart. And now we've got our detective who figured it out. So we'll have to see what unfolds with that. But I said in like episode 2, I think that the people who are running the game must also be people who are probably in debt or in some kind of trouble, that this kind of goes all the way up the ranks. Even the fact that the triangles have got a whole, it looks like black market organ donation ring going on outside of the game. Like, the corruption is everywhere in this. So I don't know if they're part of, again, I'm assuming the triangles are doing this on the side, because I don't see why the game master would let just one person potentially rig this entire game. That kind of takes all the fun out of it. But anyway, so yeah, seeing how the cop's gonna have to navigate through this, I think that whoever number 28 is probably has a motivation of getting help, or will maybe help him even if he figures out that he's not the real number 29, just to get out of the situation. And then we saw also that he was going around and trying to ask inmates, but I know he asked Gion on purpose because he knew who Gion was. But I'm wondering if he's going to try to keep getting pieces of information from the remaining players. But again, he's got to be so careful, because all it takes is one player to say, hey, that triangle asked me about this person. Like, who's that about? And then it's all over. Again, another great episode. I loved it. I am very excited to see how everything turns out in the next episode. I know that our main cast is going to be okay, obviously. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching along with me. If you did, please go give this video a thumbs up, and we will see you in the next video.